There are two kinds of quiet daughters in this world. The first kind stays quiet because she is afraid. The second kind stays quiet because she is listening. Most parents never learn the difference until it is too late. My name is Leah Bennett, and on the morning after my 18th birthday, my mother finally learned which kind of daughter she had raised. It happened at 8:11 in the morning. She slid a blue folder across the breakfast table and smiled like she was giving me a gift. "Sweetheart," she said softly, "we just need your signature." She had no idea I had already signed something 12 hours earlier. Something she could never undo. But to understand that morning, you have to go back 7 months. Back to the first time I realized my mother was not waiting for me to grow up. She was waiting for my money. My father died when I was 11. His name was Daniel Bennett. He owned a small chain of auto repair shops in northern Ohio. Nothing flashy, just honest work. Grease under his nails. Long hours. A man who smelled like motor oil and peppermint gum. He used to tell me the same thing every Sunday when he drove me out for pancakes. "Leah, people always show you who they are. You just have to stop talking long enough to see it." At 11 years old, I thought he meant strangers. I didn't know one day he would mean my own mother. After he died, my mother changed fast. Her name was Vanessa. Beautiful. Charming. Warm when people were watching. Cold when they were not. For about 3 months, she played the grieving widow. Then, she met Rick. Rick Dalton was a real estate broker with polished shoes, expensive watches, and a smile that never reached his eyes. He came with a 17-year-old son named Tyler, who acted like every room already belonged to him. Within a year, my father's side of the closet was gone. Within 18 months, Rick was living in our house. Within 2 years, my mother had become someone I barely recognized. The strange thing was, she never screamed. That would have been easier. Then everything moves into the family partnership. Rick laughed. "She won't read a thing. Leah signs whatever her mother puts in front of her." My chest turned to ice. I stood there holding my backpack while my whole life changed in about 5 seconds. My mother asked the question that still makes my stomach turn when I remember it. And once it's transferred, she can't take it back. The man said one word. No. Then I opened the garage door loudly. I stepped into the kitchen. My mother jumped. Rick straightened. The man snapped his folder shut. My mother smiled too quickly. Leah? You're home early. I looked at all 3 of them and said the only thing I trusted myself to say. Looks like it. That night, I took the brass key from my desk drawer. The next morning, I went to the bank alone. Box 214 was smaller than I expected. Inside was a sealed envelope, a flash drive, and one folded sheet of paper in my grandmother's handwriting. My sweet girl, if you opened this, then your instincts were right. Trust them. Your father changed his will 6 months before he died.